Guys, good evening. Welcome back to Margdarshan by IITians. So guys, today we are having MS Sai Krishna with us. Today आज इसका हम लोग मास ट्रांसफर का मॉक इंटरव्यू लेने जा रहे हैं. We are going to take his mass transfer mock interviews. Okay. So yes, Sai Krishna, tell me what is mass transfer? What is mass transfer?
Mass transfer is just transfer of any mass, like whether it can be anything. It due to the concentration difference.
Only concentration difference. Only concentration difference, or some other potential, chemical potential, or something is required to transfer the mass, or yes.
Yes, sir.
Transfer of mass.
Yeah, chemical potential difference. The main reason.
Okay.
Hey, Sai Krishna, I mean, see, you know the things. You just need to slow down, okay?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. I mean, please try to, give us more energy. I mean, show us more energy, but that energy should not be, in a very fast way or something like that. Keep it real slow. Talk very slow. It's okay.
Okay.
Talking slow is better than being very fast.
Yes, sir.
So, as you said, the definition of mass transfer. So, how does it differ from heat transfer?
Sir, heat transfer, the drying force is completely temperature different, sir. But in mass transfer, the drying force is different, right? Like chemical potential and concentrations, all those things will affect.
Okay. Explain the concept of fixed law of diffusion.
Sir, fixed law of diffusion is it is much more similar to just like conduction. Fixed law states that J it is the mass is going to transfer due to molecular and molecular collisions due to concentration gradient.
You are saying J is equals to minus dA by dCA by dZ, right?
Yes, sir.
But how can you elaborate and state that? Can you elaborate? No issues. If you want. No problem. ठीक है. What is the difference between convective mass transfer and advective mass transfer? Or
actually, advective mass transfer is more prevalent in a pipe flow, sir. Horizontal flow is generally it is called advective mass transfer. It is
advection is basically conduction plus convection, right?
Yes, sir. It is conduction plus convection.
Okay, and advection is basically used where we are dealing with huge quantity.
Yeah.
Okay. So no issues. Just read about that. Okay. Can you tell me the equipments, right? Basically, various methods or equipments used for enhancing mass transfer in separation processes.
Yes, sir.
Go on.
Yes, sir. Obviously, yes, sir. Equipments like there are several equipments used for separation, like packet tower, packet column, plate towers, wetted wall columns, all those things. While coming to the packet towers mass transfer efficiency is completely depend on whether it is which type of packing, like structured packing, staggered packing, all those things. And one of the biggest advantages of packet tower is, while compared to the tray tower for the same separation, the packet in packet tower, the pressure drop is little less while compared to the tray tower. And one of the most although disadvantage is there, will not be preferring packet tower.
I'm not asking advantages, disadvantages. What I asked, be on that only. You are enhancing the points, right?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Please speak on the points which the interviewer has asked you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
So I
One is
asked what are the equipments or methods of transport for enhancing the mass transfer, right, in industrial applications.
yes, sir.
So you must have told absorption tower, distillation tower,
Yeah.
membrane separation processes, membrane reactors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Film. So tell that things, right? Extraction.
Yeah.
Okay. So in distillation, okay. Suppose. Okay. So can you tell me the difference between flash distillation and vacuum distillation? Difference between, not tell me.
Yes, sir. Actually,
When do we use both? When do we use vacuum and flash?
sir, vacuum distillation is when we'll use only when its boiling points of the components are too high. Like it's after the CDU residue will be generally will taken to the vacuum distillation unit. Like if there is a high, suppose if we do that through CDU, obviously there'll be high formation of coke, all those things. Then obviously to avoid all these things, we'll prefer the VDU, which will be operated around 20 mmHg. And while coming to flash distillation, it is just another like for CD, it will be just pre-step. It's just like another much more heating. The thing is, we'll increase the temperature and we will suddenly reduce the pressure such that pre-flashing will takes place. Like a better like before entering into CD, there will be some separation is already achieved.
Okay.
And moreover, actually,
so one more question. Like, if distillation was there, so why there's come of need? Need came that extraction came into the picture. When you were having distillation, right? Distillation also separates two liquids. Okay, na?
Yep.
So why the extraction came?
sir, the extraction came into picture because if there are non-volatile components are there, obviously we can separate them by using distillation. Suppose in extraction, if even though if there is a non-volatile component, we'll add some other component with the help of that by changing the of gamma. We'll be separating extraction.
थोड़ा सा specific answer I need. कि कुछ मतलब हाँ. डिस्टिलेशन में मोर वोलेटाइल कंपोनेंट आपका सेपरेट हो जाता है, लाइट ऊपर से सेपरेट हो जाता है, लाइट वोलेटाइल कंपोनेंट आपका नीचे से सेपरेट हो जाता है, लो वोलेटाइल कंपोनेंट. ओके. एक्सट्रैक्शन में आपका एक तीन मीडियम लगते हैं, है ना? 3 mediums are basically required. So till now. अच्छा चलो, नो इश्यूज. ठीक है. एक्सप्लेन the role of mass transfer in environmental engineering, particularly in processes like wastewater treatment.
So you're asking me the process wastewater treatment role of mass.
No, basic. Yes, role of mass transfer. Yes. What is the role of mass transfer in environmental engineering, particularly in processes like wastewater treatment? Or just tell me which equipment we will be using in wastewater treatment plant.
Even in, you know, the RO we have at home.
Yes, sir. Like actually in water treatment plants, generally we will be using resins for absorption, depending upon the if there is so many cations will be there, so many anions will be there. Depending on that, actually the resin will absorb according to itself.
Sir said it very right that RO is used. Membrane, basically membrane separation processes or membrane reactor we will be using to separate out the wastewater treatment plant. Okay. There are many equipments in wastewater. Chalo, no issues. Clarification tar is used. Clarification tar is there. Bleaching tar is also there. Okay. Bleaching plant. Okay. To add the chlorine in it. No issues. Sir, Sai Krishna, have you studied psychrometry?
Yes, sir. I studied psychometry, and I.
Okay. So Subodh sir, go ahead.
Yeah. So in psychrometry chart we have.
Sir.
Can you
Yeah.
explain it a little bit? What are the parameters that we can study from a psychrometric chart?
Draw
Sir,
also.
Yeah.
Draw
Yes.
the circle.
Actually, psychometric chart is a thing which will get different types of parameters like wet bulb temperature, dry bulb temperature, enthalpy, relative humidity. All those things we can get from by knowing any of the two parameters. We can get the remaining parameters from the psychrometric chart, sir.
Correct. What is the horizontal axis? What is the vertical axis?
Sir, horizontal axis is the temperature, sir, and the vertical axis is humidity or vapor pressure.
Are you sure vertical axis is vapor pressure?
Like it is absolute humidity, sir. Anyway.
Correct. And we can
Yes,
convert
sir.
it into
And
vapor
it is
pressure.
proportional to vapor pressure. Yeah.
Correct. Fine. So imagine a case that let's say there is a vertical tube and a
Okay, sir.
cold water is flowing inside.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and the air surrounding it, it also has steam in it. We have two cases. In case A, it has a higher humidity, and in case B, it has a lower humidity.
Okay, sir.
Now, because the water that is flowing through the tube, it is cold, it will lead to conduction. It will lead to condensation. Which case will have a higher condensation?
Sir, and actually what you're saying is in the case one, it is only it is steam.
No,
And then
both has air plus steam. I mean,
okay, sir. Air plus
but
water.
in
Water vapor.
yes,
Okay.
air plus water vapor. Yes,
Okay.
it's just that in case A, the
Yeah.
humidity is higher. We have a higher humidity.
Okay, sir. Sir, obviously, case A will favor, sir. Matlab, in case A, large condensation will takes place if at all. Yeah. I'll opt with cases.
Okay. And what will be the, let's say, point at which the new the condensation droplet will form?
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Right?
sir.
What will be the temperature of those droplets?
Sir, actually, the temperature is called dew point temperature, sir.
Correct?
Yeah. At dew point temperature, condensation will start.
Correct. So that's a phase transformation starts at dew point temperature.
Yes, sir.
Can you name another word for the dew point temperature? Something like that.
Dew point.
What that? No. What that temperature is also called as dew point temperature.
No.
Can we call it saturation temperature?
Yes, sir. Saturation temperature. Yeah.
Correct. So we can also call it saturation temperature because that's the point at which the phase transformation is taking place.
Yeah.
Correct. So draw a TS diagram. Draw a TS diagram. Just a normal TS and the inverted bell curve. I mean the bell curve.
Yes, sir.
And take a point in the inner vapor region. Take a random point.
Yeah. Sir, always the vapor region will be located here, sir. In this region, the vapor is always superheated, actually.
Correct. We are unable to see it, but yeah, correct. Now, can you tell me, based on this, what is the dew point temperature of this particular state?
Sir, the dew point temperature will be here, sir.
No, we cannot see it.
Yeah, I'll draw it.
Yeah, please draw a new diagram. Take a new page.
The dew point temperature will be at that point, at the point where the T is equals to T saturation.
Yes, sir. Have marked it.
Okay. What is that a temperature entropy curve? I said TS diagram.
Think so.
It's not visible.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you once the interview is over,
Yeah.
take a picture and send it to us.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
We will have a small
Actually,
discussion.
in that, actually, the dew point temperature will follow the same line where it separates saturated vapor with, I mean, superheated vapor is separated, sir. That connection between them is called dew point temperature.
Can you please draw a little bigger diagram? You know, where your diagram is very small and
It's
Yeah, yeah,
for us to understand. I mean, this is very interesting question. That's why, you know.
yeah, yeah. I get this.
Okay. This is TS diagram. Okay, you are little correct, but wrong on a very big thing. Actually, the line in the mix zone, that will be a perfectly horizontal line. Inside the bell curve, the
Yeah,
line will
yes.
be a perfectly horizontal line.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Okay. Also, usually the temperature axis, it is not on the right side. It is on the left side.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Only psychrometric chart has it on the right side. It has
Yes.
a different purpose.
Yeah.
But please keep this thing in mind. Revise the TS diagram thing accordingly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And next time I'll ask you this question again. Okay.
Okay, sir. Definitely.
okay. So
Yes,
we
sir.
will be concluding. Okay, we will be concluding a mock mass transfer here, and we will be reviewing you. Okay. So Sai Krishna, basically, first of all, as sir said that you are very anxious and you are not up to the point, right? Whichever the point has been asked, I will be giving my review first of all.
Yeah.
Whichever the question has been asked by interviewer, you just stick to that point only. You do not try to enhance that point. Okay.
Yeah.
If I asked you conduction, so you have to answer conduction only, right? You do not need to tell about radiation and convection and everything. Okay. Did you get? You are having knowledge. Okay. As I asked you about flash distillation and vacuum distillation. You came up with the theory of VDU, CDU, ADU, and everything. Right. I know that the basically VDU in the VDU unit only vacuum distillation is used, right? Okay. But was I expecting that answer? No. I was expecting no. I asked you about conductors, insulators, and semiconductors, the variation of thermal conductivity. You didn't told that, and you went on where metals, non-metals, and gases.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the very bad impact which will be creating. Okay, the next thing I will be telling you, like थोड़ा सा सोच के जवाब दो. ओके, भले अपना 1 मिनट लो, टेक योर टाइम. अपना 1 मिनट लो, टेक योर टाइम ऑफ 1 मिनट. जस्ट थिंक एंड टेल द एक्यूरेट आंसर. Tell the accurate answer. Okay, which I have also faced many other times while facing many interviews. Okay, the
Okay, sir.
interviewer always said me कि सोच के बताओ. ठीक है, सोच के बताओ. नेक्स्ट थिंग, अभी आपको यू नो ना हिंदी, राइट?
Yes, sir. हिंदी आता है.
अच्छा, आता है ना, ठीक है. अभी आपको टीएस डायग्राम के बारे में बोला गया. तो टीएस डायग्राम आपने उल्टा बना दिया, राइट से बना दिया, ठीक है। हमेशा जो टीएस डायग्राम होता है वो लेफ्ट से होता है। मैं इसको आपको बता दूंगा, आप मुझे मैसेज, मैं आपको लिंक शेयर कर दूंगा, वहीं से पढ़िए। टोटल 7 लेक्चर्स है, वो 7 लेक्चर्स में आपका साइक्रोमेट्री वाला पार्ट अच्छे से रिवाइज हो जाएगा। कल मैं इस पे और अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछूंगा, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट थिंग, कभी भी आप जब फिगर बनाओगे ना बोर्ड पे, तो आपको एक्यूरेट फिगर बनाना है, ठीक है। ऐसे कुछ भी हवे में नहीं बनाना है।
ओके सर।
ये बहुत ही बैड इंपैक्ट क्रिएट करता है, नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट क्रिएट करता है, मैं आपको बताऊं सच।
ओके सर।
तो जो एग्जैक्ट फिगर होता है, ट्राई टू मेक एग्जैक्ट फिगर, ओके, एग्जैक्ट ग्राफ, एग्जैक्ट हर चीज। वो लोग वहां पे बैठ के नोट करते रहते हैं, पता है, ऐसे नोट करते रहते हैं वो लोग कि भाई तुमने क्या बनाया करके, पहले ऐसा बनाया है ना, जैसे ऐसी लाइन जाना चाहिए, ऐसी ही जाना चाहिए वो, ठीक है, समझे। अगर ग्राफ मेरा ऐसा गया तो मेरा ग्राफ ऐसा ही जाना चाहिए, ऐसा आ रहा है तो ऐसे से ऐसा ही जाना चाहिए वो, समझे।
यस सर।
तो थोड़ा सा इस पे ट्राई करिएगा, ट्राई करना। और जैसे आपको कॉन्सेप्ट्स तो पता है, ठीक है, बट इन्हें ना थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप करने की जरूरत है। और मैं आपसे कहूंगा कि जैसे एचपीसीएल का मोस्टली मेरे ख्याल से आपको तो एचपीसीएल के ऊपर ही क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा, एलएनजी प्लांट के ऊपर में, ठीक। तो
Yes,
आपने, हाँ, एचपीसीएल एलएनजी वाले पे तो थोड़ा सा उस पर फोकस करिएगा। और पेट्रोकेमिकल्स का मैंने आपको बोला था, पेट्रोकेमिकल्स के बारे में पढ़ना, क्या आपने वो पढ़ा क्या?
नो सर, पेट्रोकेमिकल कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है।
पढ़ना चाहिए था, क्योंकि एचआरआरएल इज अ पेट्रोकेमिकल प्लांट,
यस सर।
ठीक है। तो मैंने आपको भेजा भी था रिसोर्सेस, कहाँ से पढ़ना है, क्या करना है ना।
Yeah.
ब्राइडेन से बोला तो पेट्रोकेमिकल्स के बारे में थोड़ा अच्छे से नॉलेज होना चाहिए। पेट्रोकेमिकल्स में कौन कौन से रिएक्शन यूज होती है ना,
हाँ।
राइट। गेट में तो हम लोग 33 34 पॉइंट से बस वही वाला पेट्रोकेमिकल्स का एक पन्ना होता है, उसको पढ़ लेते हैं, बट पेट्रोकेमिकल इज वेरी वास्ट, राइट।
Yeah.
आर यू क्लियर व्हाट इज
सर।
माय रिव्यू? एंड
यस
थोड़ा सा
सर।
काम होके फेस करना। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, इंटरव्यूअर को आंसर से ज्यादा मतलब होता है आपका प्रेजेंटेशन के ऊपर में। आप जितने अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंट करोगे, आपका सिलेक्शन का चांसेस बढ़ जाएगा,
ओके सर।
ठीक है। और जैसे अब क्या है, जैसे मैंने थोड़ा मास ट्रांसफर के ऊपर में क्वेश्चन पूछे, तो मोस्टली ना आपको डिस्टिलेशन के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछ जाएंगे, तो मैं कल पूछूंगा, क्योंकि पेट्रोकेमिकल्स में आपको पता है वहां पे रिएक्शंस होते हैं, हाइड्रोडेटिंग, हाइड्रो अल्काइलेशन, डी अल्काइलेशन,
Yeah.
डिहाइड्रेशन, है ना। तो ये सारे रिएक्शंस के ऊपर में आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे, ठीक है। ओके, तो मैं इतना ही मेरे तरफ से। आपको आपका रिव्यू समझ में आ गया ना?
यस सर, समझ में आ गया।
ठीक है, सो व्हाट्स रिव्यू का आप अपना मतलब बता
या
सकते
सो नंबर 1, थोड़ा धीरे बात करो, इट्स
हैं।
वेरी
ओके
important, because if you speak fast we don't get you, and if we don't get you it is of no use. Okay, so speak
Yep.
slowly. Also, when one speaks slowly, that also you are able to think more and then you speak. So that's an additional added advantage that one gets.
Yeah.
Second, be very very prompt about the diagrams. Most of the interview goes on diagram. It doesn't go on what you are talking. It goes more on the diagram.
Yeah.
If you make one diagram, that leads to second question, that leads to third question, and so on and so forth. So be very clear, very prompt about diagram. Be very disciplined about the horizontal line, the vertical line, the inclined line. I have been to many interviews, and in every interview, things always started with diagrams, things always ended with diagrams.
Okay,
There are
sir.
hardly any theoretical question. Everything comes down to diagram. In my BRC interview, they asked me how a pressure cooker work, and their next question was draw a TS diagram of process happening in a pressure cooker. So something like that, that happens all the time. So be very prompt about it and speak slowly. You should have one thing that I can clearly see is you have the knowledge, you
Okay.
have the understanding. But the point is, it should get us. It should reach us. So try to do that. And essentially, we are here for that itself. Also, in the beginning, you said that within next 5-6 days, your entire revision will be over, and then you will have a better confidence and like that. So that's very nice actually. You are that confident about yourself. That's amazing, to be honest. Okay.
बट मोस्टली आपसे जो क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे वो एचपीसीएल एलएनजी प्लांट पे ही पूछे जाएंगे। साई कृष्णा, हैव यू अप्लाइड फॉर द सेम बिफोर 1 month? One vacancy came for experienced candidate in HPCL LNG.
Yes, sir. I
I
applied for it, sir.
You applied, na? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was for experienced candidate only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the basically status of that?
Sir, its result was not yet declared, it seems, sir.
Achha, result has not been, okay. So is there any paper or something?
No, sir, no paper, nothing. Only
interview, right now?
only interview, sir.
Okay, no issues. I hope that you will be getting selected in that too. Okay,
Yeah.
so थोड़ा सा focus करो, कल आ जाओ, कल HR वगैरह के क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछेगा, ठीक है? Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we will be, I am concluding here only. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
तो
Thank you,
गाइस मैं
sir.
आपसे फिर से बता देता हूँ, आपने देखा होगा मास ट्रांसफर का साई कृष्णा का इतना बेहतरीन इंटरव्यू हमने लिया है। आप लोग भी हमारे साथ में अभियान बैच में एनरोल कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पे आप लोगों को ऐसे ही बेहतरीन क्लासिक क्वेश्चंस और एंड रिव्यूज आप लोग को मिलेंगे, है ना। अभियान बैच का प्राइस 2,999 रुपीज है, आप लोग बिल्कुल एनरोल कर सकते हैं। पर्सनल फीडबैक के साथ में आपको इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन मटेरियल से लेकर आप लोग का स्ट्रैटेजी से रिसोर्सेस आपका क्या होना चाहिए वो आप लोग को पता चल जाएगा, ठीक है। तो गाइस आप लोग हमारे अभियान बैच में बिल्कुल एनरोल कर सकते हैं फॉर IOCL, ONGC, MRPL एंड मेनी मोर PSU'S like HRRL even. Thank you. Have a nice day. Sure.
Thank you.